What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Dribble. Today, me and Aashrith are gonna be doing like two little new segments. The first segment, we're gonna start off with is we're gonna be basically doing like buyers and sellers. So we're gonna give you guys like two or three teams that should be buyers at the trade deadline, and then two or three teams that should be selling at the trade deadline. And then after that, our last segment of the day is gonna be we have like three tiers, and then we're gonna rank the teams we think that should be contending for a title and put them in three separate tiers. But yeah, so we're gonna start off with our buyers and sellers segment, and we could start off with buyers. And Aashrith, you can go ahead and give everyone our first buyer.
So the first buyer should definitely be Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Atlanta at this point has lost 6 straight games. They're 15 and 18. If you look at their roster, though, it's pretty good. You have Jalen Johnson playing at an All-Star starter level. You have Dyson Daniels coming off a Defensive Player of the Year season. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, probably one of the best free agent signings of the offseason. Like he's playing incredible basketball. And Trey Young, who's still like as much as the league wants to shit on Trey Young, he's still a really really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they've lost 6 straight, and I think a lot of it comes down to defense. They have literally no rim protection. Onyeka hasn't materialized as a rim protector the way they'd like. He's a really good player at 31 last game, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess the rim protection just isn't there. So I mean, if anyone should be leading the Anthony Davis sweepstakes, and if anyone should be giving away Zachary Risachet, it should probably be Atlanta.
I agree. I think like even though they are like I think they're 0-6 with Trey since he's come back from injury. But like again, like I think that's something where you can fix that if you really want to like try and like contend with him. Like we all know what Trey can do. He's like shown it in the postseason before. He can give you like 25 and like 12 like on a nightly basis, sometimes even like 30 and 15 if he's like really into the game. But I think you just gotta give him like a rim protector, and somebody like AD is somebody I think that would like tremendously help that team. But would trading Trey be something you would have to do? But again, like I feel like if you can get AD without trading him, like that would be your best possible bet to like make that one piece that could help you make a run towards the end of the season and like make a run towards the postseason. And like I feel like with all like the number one picks overall, like in the past like 5 years, like I mean Ricochet is like he's playing at like a very like mid role player level. Like it's not like he's averaging like 6 points a game. I think he's averaging like 11 and like 5, shooting like 45%. He's shooting like 34% or 33% from three, which is like the one thing it's a little concerning because he's supposed to be like a solid 3-and-D guy coming straight into the league. But like when you're surrounded by like number one overall picks like Cooper Flag, Anthony Edwards, who else?
Paolo,
Wemby, Paulo. I mean,
Paolo's not been good.
Paulo's having his own struggles right now, but like
Yeah,
Wemby, AE, like all those players are getting like drafted around you. I think that definitely kind of shows people you're a little bit of a bust. But um, yeah, I think you'd have to a trade involving him and like probably a Kongu would I think would have to definitely would have to get that done.
I think the
Or
I think
Porzingis too.
the
Send
trade would
Porzingis
be
back to Dallas.
that would be the trade. Apparently, Dallas only wants expiring contracts and young players and picks.
Yeah, okay.
So it would be Porzingis, Risachet,
There you go.
one other piece, and one draft pick would
Okay.
probably be the start of the negotiations. Maybe remove a player, include a pick. But
Mhm.
I think the holdup is Atlanta is not gonna part with that Pelicans pick for Anthony Davis, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, however, what if Atlanta takes it a step further and called Milwaukee, and then you put something together like Trey Young, Porzingis, Risa Shea, that Pelicans pick, they have Pelicans swap next year, and then two more picks on top of that, and get
Mhm.
Giannis. Now you have Jalen Johnson, Giannis, and Onyeka as your front
Mhm.
court,
That's
and
good.
you insert a point guard, bro. Like you like let Dyson run the point. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that team. Where do you think that team would rank and as a contender?
I think that would be like probably a top like 5 team in the East.
You think Giannis only adds you to the top 5 team in the East? There, ooh, who you think's better? Who's the four that's better
I
or
mean, you
four on
still
their
have to,
level?
you still have to put in consideration like they have to climb up the rankings from where they are right now.
Yeah. But let's say they enter the playoffs as like a 6 seed, and
I can see them go.
they would get Boston in the first
Into
round.
like the conference finals. Like it'd be. I feel like New York. If New York makes it to the finals this year, I think they're really gonna take advantage of the opportunity because they were so close 2 years ago to making to the conference finals. They made it last year. They choked in like a couple games where they really should have won. And I feel like if they make it this time, they'll probably play their best basketball. So I think it's gonna make it a little bit harder. Plus, like inserting someone like Giannis, like yeah, it's like insert and go. He makes your team a lot better, but you still have a lot of stuff you got to figure out when you insert somebody like Giannis into a lineup.
True.
So like I feel like that might hinder it. But going into like I think even like a conference finals run would like that'd be a pretty good like season trading for Giannis midseason and going to the conference finals. Like I would take that, build on it, and then run it to the finals next season.
Yeah, build on it, and if you can get a point guard, because like that's the only thing. Like
I feel like honestly, you could play Nikhil. You could play Nikhil at the point guard.
but you can't. I feel like when's the last time a team won a chip off a makeshift point guard, bro? Like I feel like it's a pretty important position to have now. Like I feel like they'd be starting Keaton Wallace at the one. That's dicey. As much as I love
I've heard he's been like pretty bad for the Hawks. Apparently the Hawks fans they haven't liked his performance the last couple
they haven't
weeks.
like Keaton Wallace.
Yeah.
Ah man, we'll take him.
I've been seeing some hate on Twitter.
Bro, I mean, I'm trying to think about who they could get back, and maybe a 3-teamer. They get a point guard. They need a point guard.
They do
Like
need a point guard, 100%.
because Trey leaves open a big void. No matter how much you don't like him, like he's still a top 10 point guard in the league at least. So
Yeah.
you got to replace that with something. But if the Hawks buy, another team that probably would end up buying as well is the Pistons.
I feel like apart from Giannis, like a sneaky option for them would be Michael Porter Jr. I think.
What about the guy that torched him last night?
Who torched him last night?
Why?
Oh, but you think we'll get into that later on. But
yeah,
Kawhi would be cool. But I feel like fitting that like young core, I think Kawhi would instantly like you saw what he did in Toronto. Like he instantly like when you're added on. When he's added on.
I'm telling you right now, I would be terrified of the Pistons if they get Kawhi, bro.
Because that's basically like they have that kind of grit that Toronto team had that year. Like you already have like a really solid like option in Cade. You just add in like another scoring point next to because that's honestly what the Pistons are missing. Like if you can, obviously you're gonna probably end up keeping Duren in a trade like that. But if you can keep Duren and you have a core of Duren, Kawhi, and Cade going into the playoffs,
and you keep Asar.
Dude, you think they would have to trade? I think they would have to trade Asar.
I feel like Kawhi's value is not that high though. Like,
you think just like Jaden Ivey and like Tobias Harris would do?
And picks.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're the Clippers, bro, they're so pick dry.
He just dropped 55 the other day, though, bro. That has to put your value up so much.
Yeah, but he's like the most unreliable superstar ever, and he might be facing litigation right now.
But that's like that's gonna honestly that stuff's gonna happen like probably like in the off season, realistically.
Yeah, but
so like if you had the chance, like,
dude, if they trade Asar, that'd be a huge mistake. I think. Not because I don't think like Kawhi's. Obviously, I don't think Asar's are going to be.
If you don't make the finals and you trade Asar, I think it would be a mistake.
Dude, it's like Asar's a really good player, and I feel like Kawhi is so like undependable is not a word, but whatever the word for that is. Like
that's why I think an MPJ trade would be a little bit better because I feel like you could potentially keep like a player like Asar and give up like Tobias Harris and like a Jaden Ivey and a couple of picks for MPJ as well. And then like I feel like the Nets would rather rebuild and get off that contract and things like that. Because like you know for a fact MPJ is not gonna be in your first option on that Nets team. Like even though he's averaging 25 points a game, like that team is still like the 13th seed or the 12th seed in the East. So like you can't really contend with him being a first option. So you might as well take advantage of what you can with the way he's playing. I mean, do you think you'd have to give up Asar for MPJ?
No, I also think MPJ and Kawhi have like pretty similar trade values right now.
So it's like, yeah, just like I mean, as if you keep Asar and you can get it done with Tobias and like Jaden Ivey and like 2 picks, I would do it for either one of them, honestly.
See, I'm so off MPJ as like a locker like I don't know, like he just yaps too much, bro. Like if I can get that sort of distraction away from my team, then
I mean,
I
Kawhi seems like a pretty big distraction in his own right.
Kawhi's like height of like how
But
good he
also, we
can.
have to take into consideration in 2019, Kawhi was arguably like a top 5 defender in the league too. Kawhi is nowhere near that anymore.
No, not even close.
Yeah,
But he can still give you like a good fourth quarter every now and then on defense.
yeah. Like if he needs to lock in, I feel like for those possessions when you need that lockdown defense, we'll give it to you. And we saw what he
And then
did against the Nuggets in the playoffs, bro. Like he missed like one shot in like one quarter of one game. So
ass.
like he's
But
still
he won't even be the first option because they got Cade.
yeah, exactly.
That'd be the dream, bro. And if they keep Asara, they just put Kawhi in the second best player.
Yeah. Yep.
Because Asara's, according to JV Bickerstaff, he benched Asara 2 games ago because Asara wasn't one of their primary defensive options,
Wow.
which is nuts. But
That's crazy.
a whole different story. But yeah, I think we can move on to sellers now,
Yeah.
and I guess we can go straight to it, right? Like
Mhm.
the Clippers should, in my opinion, the Clippers should sell. Like,
I agree.
it's not me speaking as some sort of like biased Thunder fan who wants the pick to be high, although I want the pick to be high. Like, I don't think the Clippers should care about the Thunder's direction because they're in two completely different states right now. Like,
Mhm.
the Clippers are not going to get to a point where they can contend for a championship. No, like they can't make a move to do that, in my opinion. So I feel like you have Kawhi Leonard, you have James Harden, you get rid of them for as many draft picks as possible. In my opinion, you don't even take players back if you can avoid it. Like, do enough for the salary cap, but like get as many picks back as you possibly can. Move Chris Paul as like some filler salary in the middle just to get him off the books and like move forward, bro. Like you have like
Isn't Chris Paul
yeah,
like off the team?
huh?
Isn't Chris Paul off the team?
No, he's still on the roster.
So they just sent him home?
Yeah, they just send him home. He's just chilling home right now.
Dog, he's getting paid to sit at home?
He's getting paid to sit at home.
You're fucking with me.
Yeah, he's just saying that like they just think he's like, dude, he just was apparently like trying to establish a winning culture
Yeah,
in Ty
I
Lue.
know. Like,
That like that was
I mean, shit,
great.
bro. How much is he getting paid this season?
Like a mill, I think.
Shit, bro. A bill to sit at
Yeah,
home?
a
What
mill,
the fuck?
yeah, a mill to be with your family, bro.
Yeah, dubs.
Yeah, he's winning, but at the same time, bro, it's so disrespectful. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, move Chris Paul along with one of them just to get him to like a winning situation. I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I would do it.
I think they definitely should. Harden's contract, I think Harden's making like 34 mil a year. Like if you can get off that for like a young piece, and a couple draft picks, I think that would be good. Kawhi too, like I think it's time for you to move on. Like that really they haven't done anything. And they tried to make additions in the summer by like adding like Brooke Lopez, like John Collins, like though that also hasn't worked out. I feel like you can get off the John Collins contract too by trading him away. I think he's on an expiring deal too in like next season. So like if you can get off these contracts, like it would be good. But again, like I think the Clippers have too much pride in them to like get off the like to just tank or to give up when they have players like Harden and Kawhi on their roster. I think that organization is like I don't know. I just don't see them doing it for some reason, but I think they really should do it. Like it would be a dumb of them not to try and sell as much as they can at the trade deadline.
Dude, like you have, I don't know. I don't know if they have any pieces on the team that would start on like a hypothetical championship team besides like if the Clippers were to be contenders in 5 years, I don't think anyone on that roster right now would be on the team.
I
So
agree.
I think you just move everyone, bro.
Mhm.
Like, but again, like it's gonna be like pride of theirs to like not let us have a higher draft pick because they're tanking. But bro, like who's losing from that other than the Clippers? Like their pick is already decided. Their pick is decided
Yep,
by us.
exactly.
So and they're not a good team. Like they've won 3 straight. Like congrats, Kawhi Leonard is playing at like an MVP level. If that sustains, then good for you.
Even Kawhi dropping 55 for you to be on a 3-game win streak.
Dude, that game was a 9-point game with 3 minutes to go, and Kawhi had 51 through 3 quarters, bro. Like let's not get it twisted. That was not like they needed Kawhi to score that game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like if they can get off that contract for picks, bro, if they can have Kawhi for picks, that would be a heist. Like no one thought that contract would be
if they
good.
can get up Kawhi and not like get back any salary, that would be insane.
Dude.
But I think there's definitely some part of like some first apron or the second apron that one of the teams that you're trading with that probably does something, because I think there's something where like you have to give back a certain amount of salary when you're getting a salary or giving out salary or something like that. Like, there's some exceptions.
It would depend on who he goes to.
Yeah, depending on who you're trading for.
Because it's not that the Clippers could theoretically just trade Kawhi to the Brooklyn Nets for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to.
Have a shit ton of. They have a lot of salary cap. They have the most salary cap in the NBA, and they have the most picks in the NBA. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but if they were trading to someone like you guys, for example, they would need to. You guys would have to send $50 million.
Same amount of money that we bring in. So like around like 54 mil, we'd have to send out.
Exactly. Another team that definitely will sell because they're starting to operate like a smart NBA franchise after Nico Harrison left is the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah. We talked about them earlier as well.
I think you gotta build around Coop now. I think that's what you gotta do.
Dude, I'm not saying my take is aging good, but it's aging good, bro.
It is aging pretty good. He's been on a tear.
And
he doesn't really like, he's not playing like a rookie either. Like his game looks pretty polished. You saw the flashes of like him getting to his spots in the beginning, but now like he's consistently finding ways to get to his spots. He's getting to the free throw line too. Like every time I see him play, like he's like drawing fouls. He's doing what he needs to do. And as a rookie, and the defense, bro, the motor on the defensive end, that's another thing. Like that's
what I'm saying.
He's only a rookie. So, like, he's only a rookie, so like some people might say like, oh, like when he gets like a couple years in the league, like it'll die down because like you get your money, you get established. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Like I think that's just the way he plays basketball. I think both sides, like he's gonna you have a very elite two-way talent on their hands. So
Kawhi was in that draft pump when he came out of college, and bro, he plays so similar to like third or fourth year Kawhi because he has no jump shot outside of like he has no 3-point jump shot at all right now. Like I think it's like sub 27%.
Yeah, he can hit open ones, but like contested ones aren't going in.
But the mechanics are there.
Yeah,
it's just like Kawhi. Like you could see like where exactly. So I don't know.
I think transforming someone from a shooter from the mid range to a 3-point range is easier for the opposite way, because I think when you're a mid range shooter, you already have the basic mechanics down. When you need to shoot from the 3-point line, it's more of just like finding ways to like transfer the energy properly, and that just like comes with reps. And like with the NBA like shooting coach, like that's something pretty easy to do when you have the proper mechanics. So I think that'll happen pretty fast for him.
I think it's just the speed of the game getting used to too, because he's a really good 3-point shooter in college, and obviously the line's a bit closer.
The line gets back too and everything like that.
But the game's a lot faster.
My bad. Apparently, also though, the depth perception in like Dallas is like really bad, or like the lighting in Dallas is really bad. I think Donovan Mitchell said that. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that's affecting him. Like that could be something. Maybe it takes some time to get used to playing in the stadium.
Exactly. So, bro, I think he's having a better rookie season than Wemby had so far. I'm not saying what I'm saying, but is the top end like hype as good as like what Wemby can be? No, not even close. Yeah. But could Cooper be a more reliable NBA player on a day-to-day basis and have a longer NBA career? Yes, bro. Like I think Wemby's retiring in 10 years.
Yeah.
And I think Coop can play till he's like 40. So
I agree.
I don't know. You might get more squeeze for your juice.
I agree. So I think you gotta save as much money as you can around him. Maybe like what is their record this season? They're like the 12th seed, right?
They are, I think,
or the 11th seed.
They're playing pretty well as of recent. They are 12-21, but they're Oh, never mind. They're 4-6 in their last 10. They're kind of playing mid.
Oh.
I thought they turned a corner. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think this season obviously might be a little lost cause. So, go ahead and sell sell AD as much as you can. I think you should. Do you think they should get rid of Clay?
Yes, bro. They should get rid of Clay. They should get rid of AD. They should get rid of Lively. Like,
Bro, yeah. Oh my god, dude, that man hasn't touched a basketball court in so long.
yeah, they should get rid of Gafford, bro. They should get rid of everyone. I'm dead ass.
Keep PJ Washington and Coop.
Keep PJ if you want. Keep Coop. Keep Ryan Nemhard.
Yeah, keep like
And
Brandon Williams or whoever. That just
yeah,
seems like he's gonna
everyone
get off
like
the bench.
keep Kai, but everyone else can go.
Yeah. Kyrie's still there. Keep Kyrie or give him to us.
That's crazy. I don't even know if Kai touched the court this year, but
You don't
if he
think so?
does, then I mean I don't know. If Kai might come back, then maybe keep AD just to see what the team would look like next year. But because I mean I don't know, like yeah, people like Stephen A say that the biggest contender to OKC was the Mavs if they get Kyrie and AD back. So I don't know, maybe.
That's a crazy statement.
Yeah,
I don't like. I love Kyrie and AD. Like they're great players, but I don't know how like Kyrie coming off an ACL injury and AD being like coming off an injury every week can really
play
like sustain that kind of defense.
Whatever, bro. But yeah, I think those are two pretty big sellers. We can update this list as the season progresses. We'll get some more information at the trade deadline, of course, and we'll definitely revisit this segment later. But I think we can move on to our next one. Our contender tiers. So we have 3 tiers that we've grouped 9 teams in. We'll just give you the spoiler right now because you guys aren't stupid. We've ranked the top 6 seeds in the West and the top 3 seeds in the East. I don't think anyone realistically thinks there are any other teams that could even like sniff a championship outside of those 9 teams. So teams that we're going to rank, we each have our own rankings, are going to be in those 9 tiers. And we'll start off with our bottom tier first. We call this tier conditional contenders. So these teams could win a chip, but I think they would need a lot of things to break their way. Some good matchups, some lucky injuries in the other team. Not that we wish for that. Some hot shooting from a superstar player to win the championship. So let's start. I think we can just go. How about Chetan? You just go first, and
I'll just give you my list for this tier.
Yeah, and I'll just say what teams I agree with or if I have any additions or subtractions.
Yeah. So mine, this is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you're gonna like this.
Okay.
It's Boston, Detroit, and LA.
Okay, I have one sub.
Okay.
I have Boston and LA here for sure.
I think
you're definitely not gonna like this.
You put me. You put the Wolves, didn't you?
Yeah. Minnesota in the bottom.
For me, I put Detroit because I think that like one piece like that will like it helps them like so much because they really don't have like a secondary reliable scorer like at all on that roster. Like not even like proper. It's kind of just like Cade, and then like you have like during one night you'll have someone, but I think that one second option will like do so much. So I think that one missing piece is so big is why they're in that category for me.
For me, I think I'll talk about Detroit later because I have them a bit higher, but I'll talk about Minnesota. Then we can both talk about Boston and LA. But Minnesota for me, I think it just comes down to how much I value the point guard position and just how you guys haven't figured it out yet. And I think you guys will. But I don't think Kobe White, Colin Sexton, although they are good players, I'm not sure that they're really like move the needle type players. Like I don't know if those players are enough to really like put a team over the top. If you guys were to get a Kyrie Irving, like Trae Young, even LaMelo Ball, someone of like a all-star tier, then for sure I think I'd move you guys to number 2. But
I feel like the difference in that would be like if you get Kobe White or someone like that, you don't get rid of Randall, so you have like kind of a 2A and a 2B next to Ant more so.
That's my next point. I don't know if Randall's a championship player, bro.
That's another thing, yeah. But like again, like so adding someone like Kobe White could take a lot of pressure off. Like there's so many factors. But again, like if you get Trae Young and Ant, like you have so much star power on your team.
Mm-hmm.
But that again, like that depends. Like, do you really want Trae? But that's a whole other thing. But like
I just being like a move the needle type player would make me go to 2, but bro, my next point is just like Julius Randle's such a frustrating watch because
Mhm.
Cliff Kingsbury is a really good follow on Twitter. He comes out with a bunch of like really niche stats. And the first, can you guess the most efficient offensive action in the NBA? Like if this player does this action, it results in the most points per play.
Uh,
I'll give it to you. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander mid range
okay.
is the most efficient action in the NBA. The second most efficient action in the NBA is a Julius Randle isolation, which is crazy.
That
Like
like that's not like why is your second best why is your second option like that's like lead. I also think he leads our team in isolation possessions too.
yeah, but it's how like he scores very often when he goes in isolation, but it's 1.18 points per isolation. However, he
It's not
also
gonna
leads
win.
the league in clutch turnovers.
Yeah,
So it's a really like it's a really frustrating watch because you can tell how good a player he is, but it's like what like it's like you're kind of like it's kind of like you don't know which version of him you're gonna get. It's like
Mhm.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like it's so confusing. Whereas I feel like a more like dependable, consistent player alongside Ant, who is one of the most dependable, the most consistent players, is is always helpful, bro. Because if you give like Ant gets so fucked by some like crazy variants, bro.
Dude,
Like
that man. I'm gonna be so honest, bro. Some of the defensive coverages that are thrown at him because some teams just realize that Julius Randle can't really do certain things. Dude, it's insane how what he goes through, bro. It's kind of crazy. I feel bad for him
that, and your
sometimes.
depth of position is good at defense. Like Nas is not good at defense. Like that guy's a
See,
cone.
Nas is supposed to be good at defense. I don't know what he's doing. That's why it's the frustrating part. It's like that's a whole other thing. Like Nas hypothetically like last two seasons could stay on the perimeter with the guard, a relatively like not like an all-star level guard, but someone that if you get switched on like a fucking Kevin Porter Jr., Nas would be able to stay on the perimeter. But now I don't know what's going on. Jaden also doesn't play defense anymore. Pretty useless on the defensive end, which is kind of crazy, but that's another thing. But yeah, I think the other two teams we kind of Boston, they need Tatum,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, yeah.
Um, LA, I think we both know like we just don't trust that team. That team has their own problems. Even though they're strong at every position except the center position. The one position that they should have upgraded in, it really hasn't done anything honestly. Like DA is playing good, but he hasn't really affected the side of the ball that they needed a center to affect, which is like the defensive end, and hasn't been really working for them. So I don't trust that team
Bro,
in the playoffs.
and if your most athletic player, this might be really niche, but like I know I'm
Yeah,
right. If your most athletic player is LeBron James at age 41,
you're
it's a
cooked,
mess,
man.
bro.
And
It's a
like,
mess.
bro, like, there's probably a possibility like Austin Reeves or Luca is out for a series in the playoffs. Like, come on.
Mhm. And bro, I know you don't like JJ, but there's one thing which JJ is definitely correct about, and it's his players don't know like really basic defensive coverages,
Hmm.
and you can tell like Luca doesn't really know what's going on that end. Like Luca honestly has kind of improved as like a man defender in terms of like he kind of like picks like he's like he gets a lot of like cheap steals, which is good. Like that's good. But so did Allen Iverson, and no one thought Allen Iverson was a good defender because he wasn't good at defensive assignments. And 2025 Marcus Smart is not covering up for that. Like Austin Reeves does too much on offense now to have the same motor on defense. He's a cone. LeBron is 41. Like there's too much
Home,
there's
man.
like
Like
LeBron 10 years ago would probably be
Rui
good.
Hachimura is your best defender on the court, and you're starting five. You know it's wraps.
Yeah. So I don't know. I I can't trust that team. A lot of love to Boston for like being as good as they are. Like Jalen
Yeah.
Brown, in my opinion, is like really playing like a top 10 player in
Playing
the league.
he's I think about to average 30 points per game this month, playing at a really consistent like he's basically he's like scored like 30, 31, like 30, 31, 32, like basically like for like 8 games straight in December, which is kind of crazy, but the consistency is really there. He's doing what he needs to do. Like if Tatum comes back in a couple months and the team is still the third seed, you can see them making a run because like again, like you're not like you didn't make a trade. You're just getting back someone you won a championship with. So like there's no chemistry issues really. Like you just kind of build him back into the lineup, get him to progress before the playoffs, and then you're right back where you need to be.
If Tatum comes back and he's Tatum, bro,
And
that's no
especially
big
with the
deal.
way Kate has been playing too, like I think the center position was like the biggest worry for that roster. I mean, Kata's like
I
in
think it's still a
almost
worry, bro.
you think so?
I
Dude,
watched that game yesterday. They played Portland yesterday, and Klingon almost at 20 and 20.
bro,
Like,
okay. I'm not gonna lie. Like on the rebound side, Klingon is actually like
no,
he
he's really
does not
good,
have on the rebounding end.
but 20 rebounds is a lot of
The rebounds
rebounds.
is a little crazy, but again, like Kata's like defensively though, like throughout the season so far, he has been like I think top
Oh
five in
yeah,
like
yeah,
almost every like category. Maybe it was
he's
just an
been
off
good.
night for him.
But bro, I think they made a mistake in not drafting Kalkbrenner because he was like
Hmm.
sitting, and Hugo has been,
Cleveland is also having a really underrated rookie season as well.
yeah, and Hugo's been incredible. Like, Hugo's been
Yeah,
really good, but
Jordan
I,
Walsh, they have good minutes from Jordan Walsh. Like I guess you can make up for it.
yeah, but I think, ooh, they could have been a sneaky buyer. I like not like a crazy like let me go get Anthony Davis type buyer, but like a little like let me see if I can finesse a Nick Claxton sort of thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But anyways, not to too much on the Celtics, but let's go to our second tier. So
Mhm.
this is our real contenders. So I think the best way to describe this is slightly flawed, and that flaw could just be they're too young. But a flaw, and I just don't think that this is necessarily the year they could win a ring. So
Okay, for me,
yeah,
I have the Wolves, Rockets, Knicks, and Spurs.
yeah, obviously same sub as last time.
Yeah.
The Wolves or Pistons, but I've
So we already talked about the Wolves, so we can kind of skip over that. We'll talk about the Rockets. For
yeah.
me, I think Amen hasn't taken that step this season. And I think really, I think the expectation was he takes that step, then you add someone like a KD onto the roster. That really accelerates the offense, but it hasn't happened. I also still think that point guard position is it's very iffy still. Like I get Reed is playing good basketball, but come playoff time, like he's gonna get matchup hunted over and over again. Like they're gonna trap him in the corner when he brings the ball up. Like you're gonna see a lot of pressure, and I don't think he's gonna be able to handle it. And like I also just Sengun, man. Like I don't really know, bro.
Not a believer.
Dude, he just first of all he refuses to give the ball up in the clutch. He tries to chuck up shots. His shot selection is very crazy. He's a cone on defense, which is another thing. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get like the baby Jokic comparisons are there, but you're not giving the same output as Jokic to like offset your defensive issues like Jokic is. So I mean, I think KD's like the one reliable person they have, and like I think he's good enough to get you to the second round potentially with like that defense surrounding him. And you have someone again like Jabari Smith has taken that next step too. Like he's had a pretty good season, so like I think they have a talented enough roster, but I don't think like they have some flaws again. So that's for me.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. I mean, the same thing as Minnesota for me, honestly. I just think Houston is a little more talented. But if Fred was here, I think not that I think Fred is some sort of championship
Mhm.
changing player, but I do think it would be a little closer to tier one for me if Fred was there because I think things like someone initiating the offense would be quite nice. Um, but I'll talk about the Spurs as the person who's a fan of the team that has lost them 3 straight times. Probably like why they're not at one, but I just think it's a bit early. As good as they've played against us, and they've played like insane. Like it's been 3 straight belts. Like it was really really good basketball. Um, I just don't know if they have the necessary experience. I don't really recall a team that kind of just came out of nowhere and won in the first year. You got to really take your licks in the playoffs, kind of like we took to Dallas 2 years ago. Could they win it next year? Of course. And they could really make some additions. They're gonna have a lottery pick this year too. If Atlanta doesn't turn it around, so who knows? But especially if Wemby keeps playing less than 25 minutes a game, I don't know if the rest of the team can really put it together to beat us, beat the Nuggets, beat like even you guys or the Rockets like 4 times in a row.
Yeah,
So or 4 times
that's
in a
another
7 game
thing. So
span.
you got to play a 7 game series against these teams. So like, and first time playing a 7 game series, like it's hard to do. It's hard to win it's hard to win consistently.
Hmm. So that's why I have him at 2. People have him at 1. That's fair. I just think that might be a bit early. But yeah,
Like, for example, it took us losing twice in the first round before we even like went to the conference finals, and
yeah,
like we still haven't made it past the conference finals, and it's been 4 years since losing in the first round. So like, you gotta pass some steps first, brother. You can't just
yeah,
can't just
yeah,
take you can't just go there right away.
exactly.
Even you guys, like you guys lost in the play-in, then you guys lost in the first, then you guys lost in the second round. Then you guys finally took that next step, made it to the conference finals, and then you went there. So like every
Yeah.
team goes through it.
Yeah, and honestly, like us winning in our third year was like it's an anomaly. Like it normally takes teams longer. Like Boston had to lose like 6 times in the conference finals to even
Yeah, bro.
like
Like Tatum's
get
went to
to
the
this point.
conference finals damn near every single year he's been in the league, and
Yeah,
he only has one championship.
yeah. So and like as for the other two teams, I don't think the Knicks and Pistons are as good as the Spurs and Rockets. But actually, the Knicks could be.
For me,
But
like I don't know, like I don't think you can play Mitchell Robinson more than like 25 minutes a game because of his offensive liability, and I don't think you can win with Cat at center with his defensive liabilities, and I think that issue is going to cause problems for them in the playoffs.
yeah, the only reason I did them at third is because they're in the East and they're gonna make
Yeah,
they might make the finals. Like I think it's between them and the Pistons, 50-50 shot to make the finals. So that's why I'm at second.
yeah.
I think the Knicks are better. I think I think Brunson is playing in
Brunson's playing amazing
almost
level.
MVP level. Cat's been amazing. OG's been super underrated. Like he could be an all-star. Like he's been really good. And bro, I said it out of the draft last year. I don't know why Tibbs didn't play Tyler Kolek, but
Bro, I don't know why we traded up. We could have just got him, bro.
I was saying because like when you see like players have like a certain like cockiness or an edge towards them, it goes like one or two ways. This guy was so he had such a high ego at Marquette. It was almost like it was almost like wow, like is this guy how nice does he really think he is? And bro, he's nice. Like
Bro, they said he was a jump shot away from being a lottery pick. He clearly has a jump shot.
yeah, he's a strap
I
up for
don't know what
sure.
you're talking about.
Yeah, and he can really run an offense. Honestly, bro, they
Dude,
wouldn't
we should
trade
have
him, but
drafted him, man. We should have drafted him.
that
We
would be
traded two like middle schoolers. Still, there might be middle schoolers, but we traded two middle schoolers for someone who doesn't even like see the court right now.
yeah. And the Pistons we touched on, but I have them higher than Minnesota just purely because they're in the East. Like
Mhm.
I think the Pistons are now a touch overrated. They lost the Clippers and the Jazz back to back, so it's a rough stretch for them. But yeah, like I think they'd be disappointed not to make the final just because of the conference they're in. Like they'd be a
Yeah,
6 seed in the West, but no,
I agree.
yeah. But onto the first tier, probably a quicker discussion than the other ones. I think everyone knows who these two teams are, the two best teams in the league. They've been the two best teams in the league for I think 2 years now.
Hmm.
Uh, Thunder, Nuggets. Any notes?
Um, I think the Nuggets like it's like more so not like you better win a ring or else, but like you have a really good shot. Like if you get the right match, not really the right matchups, but even if you see the like OKC, for example, like if you see OKC in the second round, that's kind of cooked for you guys for them. But if they see OKC in the conference finals, like and you don't get to the finals, I think that's something where like they go back and they're like, damn, like especially if you go back to a 7 game series in the conference finals and then they don't make it there, like that's another thing where like okay, like we really should have been there. We should have won the second one. I don't think it's gonna happen. They ever since they won a chip, like they've teams have like kind of I feel like as
The
like the
Timberwolves
season
really have figured them out.
we figured them out, and they've slowly started to like kind of dominate us again. But I feel like come playoff time, like we somehow end up locking in against whoever we play. I don't know why until we like get past the second round. But even like I think like teams in general kind of like started figuring them out a little bit more and more as like the playoffs go on, and like I think honestly like the the kind of thing you teams are letting them do is like, all right, let Jokic go off and then kind of lock in on Jamal Murray and then like the others like see like now I think you're gonna like if Jokic averages like 40 in the playoffs in a series, bro, like that's fine. Like just don't let Jamal Murray go for 30. As long as he doesn't go for 30, like that team isn't winning. That team isn't winning a series. And
Yeah,
like Jamal Murray recently has been struggling in the playoffs for like last couple of years. Like he does have good games, but there's games where he completely just disappears. And if you can get games like that, you have a really good chance of beating that team in a 7-game series.
yeah.
And do we
And
really think Aaron Gordon is going to be shooting the 3 ball at 45% in the playoffs? I mean, actually, I take that back.
dude,
I take that back.
He is a strap now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he's a strap
He
now.
strapped us. He strapped us to
Yeah,
one game too. I think he had like
he
20.
had 51 earlier this season. Just
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta give him his respect.
yeah.
But I think the speaking from a Nuggets fans lens, I was telling you this earlier, but like if you're the Nuggets and you took us to 7 last year, you think, oh, the Thunder there might be a crack in the armor, right? The Spurs beat them 3 straight times. They lost to Portland. They lost to Minnesota. There's something there. Our team is better. Like we're gonna be healthy come playoff time with Gordon and Johnson are coming back from injury. Our defense hopefully should be better. Like if the Thunder are worse and we're better, like 7 games, like if they should probably feel like they should beat us. So if they don't beat us again, then I don't know. Especially we're gonna get reinforcements next year with that top lottery pick, whether it ends up becoming a player immediately or whether it ends up becoming like a trade piece or whatever. Like this is not gonna be the same Thunder team you see next season. So this could be what they think is the best chance they've got.
Another thing for me too, like I think they should be in this tier, but also like not having MPJ in the playoffs, I just kind of thought about it might hurt them a little bit more than people think because MPJ does have the ability to go and get himself a shot when
You gotta guard him.
you have to guard him. Like you can't really just guard him on the 3-point line. He can get himself a shot, but like someone like Cam Johnson, like he's not really that much of a threat. Of like, for example, if there's 6 seconds left on the clock and you can't get Jokic the ball and Jamal is like on the other side of the floor, like Cam Johnson is not hitting a sidestep 3, and that there's like not a chance it's going in, like compared to like MPJ. And I think in the playoffs you need somebody like that.
I agree. That's why, bro. Like I'm not like I'm more threatened by the Spurs than I am the Nuggets as a Thunder fan. I mean, that's because the 3 losses, right? But
Yeah.
like I think, dude, I think MPJ wasn't good against us, but I'm more scared of him than I was of Cam Thomas. Like, and this is another thing, bro. MPJ is, for as much injuries as he had out of college, like in the league, he's been fairly healthy after his first 2 years.
And he like played through a pretty bad injury in the playoffs.
Yeah. And now Cam Johnson's down again, bro. Now he's out for another 2-3 months again. So like again, like the grass is never green. The grass isn't always greener, is the quote. And I think Nuggets fans might want MPJ back right now a little more.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think those were all the teams that we wanted to add on our list. Apart from that, is there anything else that you wanted to touch on before we end the episode?
No, I think that we covered everything.
Perfect. I think next episode we'll probably also do another segment. We might bring back one of the segments that Aashrith does kind of weekly, where he does like 3 things that are going on in the league. So we might do that and then add a new segment. So just stay tuned until then. But until then, just keep following us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at OffTheDribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.